My name is Siham Awada Jafer. My passion lies in today's Images and Perceptions Diversity Conference conversation and platform.
Hi, my name is Rick Maroney. I work for Priority Health. I'm Senior Vice President in charge of Employer Solutions.
Benny Napoleon, Wayne County Sheriff.
Mike Jafer, Wayne County Sheriff's Office, Chief of Operations.
My name is Fuad Ashkar. I am a retired employee from DTE Energy, and during the course of my employment I was involved in community affairs, and I was the manager in the Public and Community Affairs Department.
Bridget Hurd, Senior Director, Diversity and Inclusion with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan.
Hello, I'm Louis Shamra, Dean School of Engineering and Computer Science at Oakland University.
Mo Sabah, Chase Business Banking Area Manager here in Southeast Michigan.
It's always a good idea to have an employee base that not only is diverse, inclusive, and really provides for equity. When I think of diversity, typically we think about race and color and gender, but there's so much more to diversity and inclusion. There's age. I mean, I'm a seasoned employee, let's call it. I've been in the workforce for a long time, and I'm kind of set in my ways, I have to admit. And so now I'm working with a lot of younger people, and their values, their views on working is so much different than mine. And so it's an opportunity to learn from them. They learn from me a little bit, and that's what really brings everything together.
Siham, she is an icon in my eyes, in my views, because she always bring a new conversation to the table, and she bring the people to talk about it. Hard conversation is really very difficult to talk about, yet Siham, she comes out and she bring people and they talk about their experience, their background, and their culture and their orientation. It is really very important, and she is very courageous in her sense of the word.
Well, in our personal lives, I think it's important that diversity exists because we live in a very diverse world. We have a world where people are talking to each other and playing games and interacting on a daily basis, not just with people in their neighborhoods, but people from all over the planet. It's the most amazing thing when you know that a person can get on a site and play a game with somebody that they don't know, somebody that they've never seen before, but yet they're in contact with people all over the planet for a common enjoyment of something that they really like participating in. So diversity is going to become more and more prevalent as we move on. So if you don't understand, appreciate, and embrace diversity, you're not really living in the world that we're living in today. So both on a personal level and on a business level.
And it's unfortunate that we just don't listen to each other, understand each other. And that's why I think this conference is so important, because it's a great thing to listen to others.
It's so critical that we can relate to one another, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's with our neighbors, whether it's in serving our different members or customers. We have to be able to step back and not make assumptions about someone because of things that we've learned about in the media or maybe read about in a fictionalized story. It's the opportunity to explore the truth for each person. And again, each person's story is unique. And so that's why it's so important to explore diversity and inclusion right now.
My background is I was born and raised in Lebanon. So I'm Arab American, and I'm friendly to everybody. So a lot of people will come and talk to me. And of course, because of my skin color and blue eyes, they have certain perception about me. But as soon as I talk and they hear the accent, they immediately, the first question I always receive, where are you from? Not where your ancestors or any others. So immediately I'm treated as a foreigner.
I was a good kid, fortunately, a very good kid. I had good grades, I played sports, but when you'd be out there with your friends, you'd have certain individuals that just had a problem with our race. With me being Arab American and growing up amongst my peers, who majority were Arab Americans.
A quote by Pierre Burton: "Racism is a refuge for the ignorant. It seeks to divide and destroy. It is the enemy of freedom and deserves to be met head-on and stamped out."
When we talk about inclusion, it's all about having that sense of belonging in the workplace and in our communities, where we all can be our best selves.
Every single year you walk away with a new perspective. It's about the importance of this dialogue, and I think this conference really allows for that. And the gathering that it brings from so wide, it helps many people to kind of sense what's really happening in the world today and what we need to do to help fix it.
That is a great point. I haven't even looked that far. So with that being said, I second that motion.